Hello and welcome to Tewkesbury Medieval Festival. This place dates back to the 12th century, which of course is a time period which inspired countless fictional medieval universes, including Stronghold. I'm here today for one of the largest reenactments and medieval gatherings in Europe to tell you more about our next Stronghold game. Let's head into the festival and tell you about why Stronghold 4 is going to be our most ambitious and grounded castle sim yet. But before we get to all the juicy details, we've also released a Stronghold 4 demo, which is available to play on Steam right now. The demo includes a feedback form for you to share your thoughts, so please fill it in with as much detail as possible. Your feedback is incredibly helpful to our team and lets us know what you like about the game or want to see improved. So don't hold back. Now, on with the video. For our next mainline entry in the Stronghold series, we are returning to medieval England, which means we can bring back many of your fan favourite characters by making the game a prequel. That's right, we've taken inspiration from the Fast and Furious series by setting the fourth numerical entry in the Stronghold series before the events of Stronghold 1. A game set earlier in the timeline obviously gives us access to less fortunate characters from the original game. Yes, I'm talking about Woolsack.
I make Woolsack die in much pain.
Less sympathetic, of course, but the rat, pig and snake also met their fate during the original Stronghold, meaning that we only had the descendants to play with in subsequent games. Travelling backwards in time means we can revisit these larger-than-life characters that made us fall in love with Stronghold in the first place, albeit with a more ambitious and cinematic story. We pride ourselves on giving you an eccentric mix of historical figures and fictional characters, be it the dashing Sir William or everyone's favourite medieval dad, Sir Longarm. The taunts, jokes and desperate bargains of these characters injects humour and levity into what is otherwise a relatively serious game of strategy.
Prepare for the thrashing of your life, you odious peasant!
These characters, their unit preferences, castle design and tactics and overall personality are the bedrock of Stronghold and are just as important in the story as they are in skirmish mode. A new story of course also means new characters who we'll be sharing more about in the coming months. Suffice to say, we put a lot of care into crafting heroes, heroines and villains that fit in the style of the original games. Living up to the characters and personalities of the original game will be challenging, but we feel like we've created a cast of characters that include the bombastic humour and British humour that you know and love. This new game is about taking what has worked best over our series' 20-year history, and this applies to features just as much as it does characters and story. Story is a huge part of Stronghold, and while our setting may be fictional, it is also grounded within the reality and stupidity of medieval times. Whether we are making a 2D isometric game or a full 3D one in Unreal Engine 5, our believable stupidity is a huge part of Stronghold. The foundations of Stronghold are of course castle building and city simulation mixed in with RTS combat. So in addition to the differing levels of resource management and military strategy found in each title, the core of the games really is in free-form castle design and building. Going forward, we want castle building and design to be front and center with more options available to you than ever before. This is true both in terms of the creative aspect of your castle design, but also in terms of the strategies that you want to employ through that. The goal here is to give you as many building blocks as possible to help you fully realize your dream castle. This applies whether you're playing an intense, aggressive military mode or just building an economic powerhouse. Central to this, and something we've mentioned many times before, is Woozle factor. This is, of course, the enjoyment factor in watching the hustle and bustle of your tiny little medieval peasants working as cogs in your medieval military masterpiece. You can expect more transparency than ever before when it comes to looking into the inner workings of your castle than was possible with Vision or other engines that we've used before. Together with more freedom to design and create your castle should allow you to realize that gleaming citadel in your mind's eye. We're hoping to give you more animations, detail and Easter eggs than ever before because ultimately Stronghold has always been more than an RTS and a center of that is your castle. The original game was called a castle sim for this very reason, and we're more dedicated than ever to realizing that in Unreal 5. Now obviously this is still a video game and it has to be quick and fun, so one of the elements we're going to be abstracting as we've always done is siegecraft. As a player, you'll use varied armies, unique siege engines, and unique tactics to destroy your opponent. As is part of the course in a Stronghold game, you'll be doing this while managing your peasants' food, taxes, and more. What that more is, you'll have to wait till a future video to find out. Outside of whatever Netflix film Chris Pine is most recently starring in, most real sieges were long, drawn-out affairs where essentially one side tried to outlast the other. As in all our games, our new Stronghold will of course speed this process up a little bit with lots of nefarious siege engines.
Let's get rolling!
Some of these will be classics, of course, with our return to medieval England, but others will be bigger and badder than ever before. This will include new options for both building and besieging to make both equally as important. What those options are, can't tell you yet, but you're not going to be disappointed. Whether it's castle building or besieging, we want to give you as many weird and wonderful options as possible. Just wait to see what you're going to be sticking in your trebuchet this time. We hope you're just as excited as we are about the future of 3D Stronghold games, which starts with our leap into Unreal Engine 5. Now, this is obviously a game that has taken some time and still will take some time to develop as compared to titles like Stronghold DE in the more 2D category, but it really is a technical basis for both future games from us and updates for Stronghold 4. Returning to our leafy green roots and the core building blocks of the series is super important to us on Stronghold 4, which hopefully, with our definitive edition efforts, gets us back to what made Stronghold special in the first place. A memorable cast of characters, proper siegecraft, freeform castle building, humour, these are all things that make the series so special and why you keep coming back to play it, in addition to the scribe, of course, because everyone loves the scribe. You can expect us to keep you well up to date here on YouTube with the latest features, the latest news on playable builds, competitions, and of course, events. So for the latest, please do subscribe if you haven't already and hit that notification bell. And of course, you can also wishlist the game on Steam. My God, it feels good saying that, for the latest updates, including when the game eventually releases. And don't forget that you can head on over to Steam right now to try out the Stronghold 4 demo. Build, battle, besiege, share your feedback, and stay tuned for more Stronghold 4 news.